DJ, cause that's my DJ. I said go DJ, cause that's my DJ.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This video right here might be very, very interesting, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I seen the thumbnail and I read the title, and I feel like, why not react to this, man? You feel me? What's good, y'all? It's your boy DJ here, back with another video, man. Copy and paste rappers 2.0. We about to see what's going on with this, man. I feel like lately it's been, I'm not gonna say lately, but throughout the years it's been very, very copy and paste rappers. And it's crazy to say, people be saying the rappers that are like basically clone or copy that artist style, they be saying that artist is better than the original artist. Like, what? Shit crazy, bro. But anyway, like I said, I feel like this video about to be very, very interesting. We could learn a lot from this video as well. So without further ado, man, let's dive into it, see what's going on. I know a lot of y'all about probably looking at my hair like, DJ, what's up, y'all? Like, chill. You know what I'm saying? Get off of me, my man. You know what I'm saying? Chill, bro. I'm getting my hair done soon, bro. You know what I'm saying? Soon. You feel me? But right now we rocking a ponytail, man. But anyway, let's see what's going on with this, bro. Copy and paste rappers 2.0, man.
This video is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. States
don't really care. Be honest with you. Yo, comment down below. Name a few rappers, you know, that's copy and paste. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can name a lot, though. I ain't gonna lie.
There's so much of an influence that others will then try to
When a person decides to be themselves, they offer something no one else can be.
Yeah, because once you be you, who could be you but you? That's what's wrong right now. Everybody trying to rap the same style with the, I don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them sound the same.
Generally speaking, they say that imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. When you're recognized as so much of an influence that others will then try to inject a little of that into themselves, the belief is that it should really be seen as a compliment. But in a highly competitive industry such as hip-hop, where every last shred of your individuality is paramount to your...
Eminem and NF, that's crazy. A lot of people do compare NF to Eminem.
Success, the notion of...
People might say NF is better than Eminem. That's what I was talking about at the beginning, bro. Like, that's crazy.
Someone else stealing your style, cadence, flow, or concepts can be seen as one of the greatest crimes a rapper can commit. With high-profile examples of hip-hop sound-alikes including Action Bronson and Ghostface Killah, Lil Man Jay and Lil Baby, and to a much...
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is a perfect example of copy and paste rapper right here, though, bro. Perfect example.
To lesser extent, Izzy Drake and Perkio, when...
These two niggas is clowns, bro. Especially Perkio, bro.
Exactly do these extreme similarities cross the line from crazy coincidence to copy-paste music? When it comes to recent breakout stars in hip-hop, very few have experienced the kind of success as Kentucky's own Jack Harlow. Likeable, vocally engaging, and by no means short on admirers, his rise has seen him emerge as the toast of the commercial realm that's been occupied by Drake for much of the last decade. Coming across in a similar degree of marketability and female-heavy fan base, some believe that it's actually due to a concerted effort on Jack's part to dip into Drake's formula across his bars, rhyme schemes, and presentation. Although it's now garnered so much steam that The Fader published an article on the Drakeification of Jack, the notion of Harlow borrowing heavily from Drizzy's playbook...
So, what they saying is Jack is copying Drake in a way?
is actually nothing new. In the words of Anthony Fantano, he actually wrote off much of his early work as derivative Drake drivel, but has since acknowledged that he has found his own voice to a certain degree. And although these comparisons have been bubbling around Jack before, they were officially drilled home once and for all when he teamed up with him on Churchill Downs. Among the highlights from his sophomore album, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, the pair trading bars over a late-night oriented number led many to see the comparisons come into sharp focus for the first time. And while some claimed that he held his own while emulating his hero, others believe that to suggest that he was holding his own alongside Drake, who said that Jack was going places in his verse, would be to overstate Harlow's talent.
This guy is nowhere near as nuanced and as layered as Drake was. None of the lines that Drake can normally spit in his earlier work, that comparison is just downright disrespectful. It's apparent when we hear a track like Churchill Downs, where even after adding a couple of additional bars to his verse, the gap between him and Drake is so big that you need the Hubble Space Telescope to cover the distance.
For now, it remains to be seen whether Jack will live up to his idol's success. Now at this point, we've come to the numerous...
I never noticed Drake and Jack Harlow. Like, I never noticed that, like, Jack Harlow was, like, fake copying Drake, bro. I never really peeped that. That's crazy. But now that he actually saying something, now I heard, I gotta look into that more. Maybe because I don't listen to Jack Harlow as much, but that comment is type crazy to me.
Numerous artists who've sought to emulate the path of one of the consensus greatest to ever pick up the mic, in Eminem. An artist who had an indivisible role in bringing the sound of hip-hop to the mainstream and acting as a previously non-existent middle ground between white suburbia and the culture at large. Many artists ranging from Hopsin to J. Cole and his eventual nemesis of MGK have taken cues from Detroit's finest. However, one thing that's sprung up over the past decade or so, in which M's own stock among hip-hop has come under fire like never before, is that rather than adopting the elements of vintage M which made him great, such as his fearlessness or knack for gripping confessional storytelling and making them their own, there's now a subset of shady indebted artists who seem intent on just bodying his modern rapidy rap style and suburban appeal. Among the main culprits who've come to fit into an M-shaped mold for a new generation is NF. Modeled after Shady to the extent that he even dresses like him, the fellow son of Michigan is so renowned for his similarities to Shady that USA Today once referred to him as an Eminem sound-alike in a headline. Not one to shy.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie though, you could definitely hear the similarities, but it's just like, there's also a gap between NF and Eminem, meaning that obviously Eminem is the better MC, but NF's style is, yes, it's influenced by Eminem's style, his flow and things of that nature, but I feel like NF is more so like the route that he's taking it is different, you know. Not to say a rapper that's copying his idol supposed to copy it from bar to bar, you feel me? But at the same time, I just feel like where he's trying to take his music is different. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he don't care if he the best. He don't care. He just, you know, making music. You feel me? And surprisingly, he doesn't curse in his music. He's more, you know, letting his emotion shows in his music as well. But obviously the flow, you know, the cadence is there when it comes to, you know, being a copy-paste rapper when it comes to Eminem and NF. I could see that. You know what I'm saying? I could see that. And then the way he dressed, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like, you know, he's coming from the same similar background. It makes sense in a way.
Away from the effect that Shady had on him at a young age, NF openly told Idolator that he pretty much just listened to Eminem for 6 years during his formative years. However, if there's anything that we know about Shady, is that he's not one to take things like this lying down. And on the ringer from his infamously combative
Oh yeah, he actually did those shots, word.
project, Kamikaze, Mathers fired a shot in his direction as he...
During that time, I didn't know who NF was though, you know what I'm saying? I found out about NF like probably like 2-3 years ago.
Spit, I'd just be like everyone else in the industry, especially an effing recovery clone of me. In a similar vein as NF, another young rapper who's liberally pulled from
Token. That's Token, right?
Shady without making any apologies is Token. Having infamously turned down a meeting with M during his early career, the now 23-year-old MC has always suggested that he has the utmost respect for him. And when it appeared that Shady may have thrown a shot his way, he maintained that, I'd be stupid to come at someone who I grew up listening to and I'm clearly influenced by.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
The song The Greatest of the Kamikaze album. M says, no more shiners, already too much time. Token rappers, I hear you talking, I'm just too big to respond to it. Folks thought that he was talking about you. I'm glad you saying it's not a diss, because he been serving up careers lately.
I get sent those lyrics all the time, but the thing is, to me, my automatic thinking is like, what are you talking about? Like, I still feel like I'm the same kid who's listening to Eminem show. I never took it as a diss.
Did you know that on average, there are around 5 million...
Bro, yo, he trying to add this in. This kid.
We have Logic. Over the years, Logic has faced allegations of literally stealing from the catalogs of other artists. But even when he's been reproached by the culture for taking cues from the likes of Kanye or J. Cole, there's no claim that has dogged his career quite like the narrative that he borrows from Kendrick Lamar. Sparked initially by the song Everybody's similarity in flow and beat to Kendrick's Alright, this perception is one that Logic has steadfastly denied, with the Maryland rapper even going as far to say that K-Dot's landmark major label debut actually went over his head at first.
I didn't like it because I wasn't into...
But I feel like that's how hip hop is right now. You feel me? A lot of people hear the music and reuse it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been going on for years now. Like, beats, lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like, people time and time again use the same sample over and over again. Still a bar or multiple lyrics from an old song. Put it in their music, trying to reword it, or use the actual lyrics, and they like. I feel like that's how hip hop been for years though. For years, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like nowadays. I don't feel like nobody like literally stands out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be hard to stand out. Very, very hard. You know.
Kendrick Lamar doing all his weird voices. I didn't like that. I like J. Cole. I didn't like all these skits. I didn't like having to sit through 9 minutes of a song. I didn't like it. And then I loved it because I sat with it.
On other occasions, Logic suggested that any similarities between his music and that of K-Dot are a byproduct of them both operating at the top of their game. When you make great music, I think they compare you to great artists. You also have to understand that a lot of the musicians I was working with are from the TDE camp. It's like that musicality of having Terrace Martin there or Tay Beast from Digiphonics, you know? I think they're realizing this. Regardless of his many protests and different vantage points that he's put forth, it still doesn't change the fact that this notion has persisted to such an extent that a video entitled Logic Stealing from Kendrick Lamar for 5 minutes straight has over 400,000 views on YouTube. Next, we have Playboi Carti. Specifically his kids, Mario Judah and Yeet.
Now look, Carti's made a lot of artists. I feel like he's very, very influential in the music game. I can definitely say that. He's got a lot of people, you know, riding his wave. He created a sound that's very, very like impactful, meaning that the kids love it, the youth love it. A lot of people is looking up to him. And I could always give him that. I could always give him that respect. You know, because I see it. I see the influence that he have in his music game. You know, and I feel like a lot of people also see it too. You know, he's definitely one of the people that definitely changed hip hop. I'm not gonna say music as a whole, but most definitely hip hop though. Like, you know, from the sound to the way you dress. You know what I'm saying? Kanye is also somebody that, you know, changed hip hop as well, from the way you dress and things of that nature, bro. You feel me? But yeah, like I said, he definitely birthed a lot of nowadays rappers, for sure.
Is the focal point of a cult fan base and youth movement, it should be entirely unsurprising that some budding artists have been inspired by Playboi Carti. With Die Lit and his self-titled project viewed as sacred texts, Mario Judah, who exploded onto the scene with his own metal-influenced delivery, was so proficient at parodying his hero's sound that he released music copying Carti as a way to leverage the release of Whole Lotta Red.
Yo! Playboi Carti! Where's Whole Lotta Red, bro? It's been 2 years, bro. If it's not here...
But also, I don't understand you Carti fans though, bro. It's like, I don't know, it's a love and hate relationship with y'all, man. For real.
And deliver to the world before December 6th. I will drop it myself. Do you understand? This is not a game. This is not a drill. This is not a test. Drop Whole Lotta Red or I will do it for you before December 6th.
When the the record never showed up on the deadline, Mario stuck to his word and delivered a project which had all the hallmarks of Carti's trademark style, gaining him both the annoyance and begrudging respect of Carti's cult-like fanbase. Rather than being even marginally malicious, Mario's decision was based off his own personal affinity for Carti, and it's a love that hasn't waned even as he became a star in his own right.
Yeah, as he comes out and drops, I'm just gonna be happy, bro. Even before I was like being an artist, bro, I was one of those kids in the comment section. Like when nobody knew me, like, bro, drop what I read. I felt like now that when I had a platform, I could speak on it and try to get him to drop and like stick up for like the people who want it. You know?
Yet, while Mario may be the only man who has actively sought to recreate his sound, he certainly isn't his only descendant. Alongside Carti's own protege of Ken Carson, recent breakout rapper Yeet hasn't exactly been shy about his influences. And according to academics, this has been crucial in building his reputation within the game.
3 industry artists literally looked at me and said, half of the reason why Yeet is popping is because people think that Carti with him. People care about who Carti with, who sounds like him. I've gotten just more appreciation.
Yo, damn, niggas fuck with Carti that much? God damn.
For Carti.
Next up, Corday.
Corday.
When Corday first came out.
Congrats on my boy Corday, man. You feel me? Child on the way, man. About to be a pops. I feel it, my boy.
Out of the gate, he built himself as an emboldened and lyrically adept voice for
Corday? J. Cole. That's a fact, you know what I'm saying?
For a new generation who had had enough of old heads critiquing them. In his rebuttal to J. Cole's 1985, Corday was positioned as not so much of a disciple of Cole, but as a worthy adversary. But after the initial buzz tapered off and Corday set his sights on a prosperous career, he began to bear a startling resemblance to the work of Cole in terms of both his worldview and his beat selection. Yet, even as it became apparent, Corday sought to shut down the narrative as fast as it could come up. Nah, I don't hear that, he retorted when asked if he was a baby J. Cole by Billboard. I get all types of comparisons. I feel like it's unfair to them, you know what I'm saying? They're 10, 20 years in this thing. I don't deserve those comparisons in my eyes. It's an honor, but also, I'm my own artist and my own person. While this was acknowledged to a degree on his debut album, The Lost Boy, the concept of him being a Cole clone who had yet to find his own artistic identity really began to pick up some steam on his sophomore record, From a Bird's Eye View.
Corday on From a Bird's Eye View is making old music at 24 years old.
Yo, this nigga Sean, bro, is crazy, bro. Yo, old nigga music at 24 is crazy.
Cole has been criticized for being one of the most sleepy, boring MCs that we have to offer in our
That is cat.
generation. But Cole, at the very least, from a rapper's point of view, I would consider a pretty good to almost great rapper. That doesn't mean that all of his music is good. It just means that he has a skill set that can at least separate him from or put himself so far ahead of anyone that he's influencing that he would be the preference to anyone trying to adopt or copy his style. Every single track on this Bird's Eye View album, I'm thinking J. Cole would sound good on this. These are damn near the come-up era level songs.
With Corday recently admitting that he'd taken an artistic stumble on From a Bird's Eye View, which was admirable, only time will tell if he can pick himself back.
Wait, what he say? Say, yo, I just drove on a little 4-hour road trip and listened to both my albums front to back, and I must say it's almost definitely the Lost Boy From a Bird's Eye View. Left my ass up. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna do better next time. I got something to prove.
Which was admirable, only time will tell if he can pick himself back up and step out of Cole's shadow. JuiceWrld and Kid Laroi. The two flagship artists of Grade A Productions during their heyday, JuiceWrld and the Kid Laroi may have come from vastly different backgrounds, but were evidently kindred spirits. In fact, for the Australian Laroi,
I ain't gonna lie though, I fuck with Laroi, bro.
It was Juice who encouraged him to head stateside in the first place.
I was a fan, so that was really another reason why I really, was with them so hard, because I just love Juice and what he was doing. So I learned a lot of stuff being around him and his process and how he records. I definitely did learn a lot.
Laroi has never shied away from the tutelage he received from Juice, but maintained that it was overstated at times.
So I just observe a lot of the stuff that he did. People always think that like he gave me like a rule book about how to record it, but no, it was really just me observing.
Having claimed that before we even met you were my favorite artist, in the promotional content which accompanied his tribute song Tell Me Why, it's clear that Laroi feels a responsibility to pay homage to his hero wherever possible, even after parting ways with Bibby in Grade A. Post Malone. When Post Malone first came out of the gate, his presence was one that was met with confusion.
I ain't gonna lie, Post Malone a GOAT. No cat.
Initially seeming more like a pastiche of hip-hop than an active participant in it, his early tracks such as White Iverson were heavily steeped in the melodic, auto-tune rich style of artists who have found a profitable middle ground between decadence and sadness. And as the hits kept coming, some believe that Post's vocal style and trap production had its roots in the gloriously toxic discography of Future. I love his music, but you can't tell me that ain't Future, said T.I. of Posty's earlier output in 2019. There's some Future in there. He does it well.
God damn. I never even peeped that, bro.
Oh, but let's call it what it is. Even as he was pejoratively labeled a fake Future by Charlamagne the God, Post has never steered away from the influence that Pluto had on him during the early stages of his career.
Well, I've always been a big Future fan. He's Trap Jesus. He's got a lot of soul in his voice. A lot of haters don't really give him the credit that he deserves because, auto-tune, but he's a fantastic vocalist.
Despite accusations that he's essentially derived much of his style from Future, the duo have since collaborated on numerous occasions, including Hollywood's bleeding standout, Die For Me. In recent years, few people have evolved and garnered respect for their artistic growth quite like 21 Savage. Having navigated far away from where he was in the days of Issa the album, the UK-born, Atlanta-based artist has now surpassed everyone's expectations of him and has become a force in the culture in the process. Unsurprisingly, this has meant that some people have taken aspects of his approach and aligned them with their own, most notably Florida's Nardo Wick. Equipped with the same sort of eerily sedate delivery and a gritty upbringing to boot, many fans believe that he was culling directly from the 21 Savage playbook. But to Nardo's mind, it was not only completely unintended, but it was also just a matter of content. I understand it now a little bit, he told XXL, cause now I done sat down and really listened to him. We both dark, that's where people get it from. As for whether or not—
Yo, I'm just now realizing that though. He low-key rap like 21. Like the 21 now. Like, yo, this is insane, bro.
21 had been aggravated by the similarities in style. Any speculation that it may cause friction between the two was all but put to bed when the pair linked up for the Who Want the Smoke remix. Perhaps imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but without a new spin on an original style, continued imitation is perhaps one of the greatest crimes a rapper can commit. Rappers sounding like other rappers is bound to happen though, and there's plenty of space in the game to appreciate younger artists being heavily influenced by older artists and taking the flows and sounds of OGs that much further.
Damn, yo. Yeah, a lot of these, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these rappers though, a lot of these new rappers or the rappers that's coming up that stole they flow and cadence, like they got influence, but went crazy with it though, you feel me? Even when people were saying, oh, why you trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? They build off the person that they looked up to and went crazy with it. I could respect that because, like I said, it's hip hop, bro. It's gonna happen. You feel me? It's gonna happen. You know, your flow is gonna be taken, beats is gonna be taken, lyrics will be used, and like, come on, it's gonna happen. It's hip hop, bro. At the end of the day, you feel me? So I wonder who's gonna come out and bring something new to the game. You know what I'm saying? Or really like you know, unlock something that we never seen before, bro. And it's hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to like come up with something crazy at this point, bro. It's 2023, bro. It's like everybody done everything, bro. So it's like it's gonna be very, very difficult. You know, and if you do that, bro, best believe you're gonna be very, very successful, man. And people's gonna copy that wave soon. You know what I'm saying? Soon, man. But y'all let me know your thoughts, man. Copy and paste rappers 2.0. It's your boy DJ. I'm out of here.